Dear cadets, good morning. Today I am going to teach you expression of rate of reaction. So yesterday we have discussed the rate of reaction. So as we know, the rate of reaction can be expressed in two ways. In terms of decreasing concentration of reactant or increasing concentration of product. So for the expression of rate of reaction, there are two ways. The first one is average rate of reaction, second one is the instantaneous rate of reaction. In average rate of reaction, generally we use this one when the amount of reactant is more. And you know that throughout the process, the rate of reaction will not be uniform. With the time, it changes. As I will give you the daily life example. Suppose you want to go from here to Bengaluru with the help of one car. Do you think that from here to Bengaluru your speed will be uniform? Some places it may be 50 km per hour. Some places it may be 30 km per hour. So ultimately what you are doing, you are taking the average of all distances which you have covered with the passage of time. So similarly, if the amount of reactant is more, then their disintegration or decomposition will not be uniform throughout. So what we are taking? We are taking the average rate of reaction with the passage of time. So average rate of reaction, study only we have discussed their expression. Suppose it is for the reactant, then minus sign must be there, delta, this one delta T, or in terms of product delta P and T. We can write in this way also, delta X divided by delta T. So what is the delta X here? Delta X is nothing but a concentration of reactant or product. So in either way you can express this one. If it is the expression for the reactant, then minus sign should be there. If it is expression for the product, then plus sign should be there. Now second method is instantaneous rate of reaction. So as I told you, in average rate of reaction is adopted when the concentration of reactant is more. Suppose the concentration of reactant is less, then which method you will apply? This one, instantaneous rate of reaction. Instantaneous rate of reaction means rate of reaction at a particular moment of time. So what is the meaning of this one? The change of concentration of any of the reactant or product at a particular instant of time. Means change in the concentration of reactant or product at a particular instant of time, that is known as instantaneous rate of reaction. And in case of average rate, you have used delta. Now here what is there? D. R instantaneous equal to, if it is for the reactant, then minus sign d R by dt. R for the product, it is d molar concentration divided by dt. Similarly, R we can express in this way also, ds by dt. So just see, basically what is the difference between average rate of reaction and instantaneous rate of reaction? Basically two differences there. The first difference is, in case of average rate of reaction, you are using this expression. This is for average rate. And B you are using for instantaneous rate. Instantaneous rate of reaction. So just try to understand the meaning of this one is large change in concentration. And what is the meaning of this one? Instantaneous rate of reaction. This D is small change in concentration. So that is the basic difference between this side and this side. Suppose now I am taking one reaction, very common reaction, N2O5, this is equal to 4NO2 plus O2. This is one reaction. So how to express the rate of reaction in terms of average rate? Study only I have completed. Now just see how can we express this reaction in terms of instantaneous rate. So just try to understand. Already I told you stoichiometric coefficient should be written in terms of 1 by 1. So 1 by 2 minus sign because it is reactant. Then what is there? D. Now molar concentration means N2O5 should be written inside the square bracket. This one now divided by what is there? dt. Now this equal sign. Now here what is there? 1 by 4. Now D. Now here what is there? NO2. Now here what is there? dt. Now here what is there? Now DO2 square bracket divided by dt. So everything is common only. Wherever delta word you have used this sign, you should use D. That is the only difference. The difference is when the concentration of reactant is more, then average rate of reaction is utilized. Means that method of expression is used. And now when the concentration is small and at a particular moment of time you want to express the rate of reaction, then instantaneous rate of reaction method is used. Now experimental measurement of reaction rate. So just try to understand how experimentally we can calculate the reaction rate or rate of reaction. So just try to understand, there are so many observable property of the reaction mixture. So just see, one experiment should be conducted. What is that experiment? You have to take the reaction mixture, make their solution. After making the solution, just some of the drop of that reaction mixture you should take out. After taking out, the freeze that one at 0 degree Celsius. Afterwards you do the titration, select another reagent and now do the titration. This is one of the method. Another method is also there. There are some other observable property of the reactant. What are this one? Change in the pressure, change in the volume. The first method which I discussed here, that is the change in the concentration. Means generally rate of reaction is measured or calculated by taking the consideration or change of concentration of reactant. But some other observable properties are also there, like change in the pressure, change in the volume, etc. So before teaching this one, experimental measurement of reaction rate, just let us have one idea about the graphical plot. So for the measurement of reaction rate, we should know that we should plot graph between time and change in concentration. Change in concentration. This side change in concentration. And now try to understand. This is the general graph. What is the relation between change in the concentration and time? So just see, you know that at the beginning of any chemical reaction, the concentration of reactant is very high, and with the passage of time, the concentration changes or decreases. So just see, this graph is like that. This is the graph of reactant. This is the graph of reactant. Means with the passage of time, the concentration of reactant decreases. Now what about product? Just see, at the beginning the concentration of product is almost 0, but over the period of time this concentration increases. So what is this one? This is product graph. What is this one? Product graph. As the time passes, the concentration of product increases. I hope that you have got this graph properly. This side what is there? This side concentration of reactant reactant is there. This side what is there? Time is there. So as the time passes, the concentration of reactant decreases while the concentration of product increases. That is why this graph is like that and this graph is like that. Yes. So now calculation of average rate of reaction. Just see in the calculation of average of rate of reaction, first you have to plot a graph between concentration of reactant and time. So this graph is like that only. This graph is like that, means with the passage of time, the concentration of reactant is decreasing. So this graph is representing the decreased concentration of reactant. So this is concentration of reactant in mole liter inverse. Mole liter inverse. Now this is 0, this is 0.02 mole liter inverse. It is like that. This time, this side we have taken time in minute. Now just try to understand. Now suppose I have selected this point. At that point, the concentration of reactant was 0.10 mole liter inverse, and this was at the corresponding time 10 minutes. Corresponding time 10 minutes. Now what to do? Now with the passage of time, this concentration decreased into 0.06. I am selecting this point. Means within 10 to 20 minutes. Means initial concentration was 0.10 at 10 minutes. Now final concentration at 20 minutes was found to be 0.06 x2. What is this one? x2 is the final concentration, x1 is the initial concentration. And 2 times 20 minutes was the final time and 10 minutes was the initial concentration. Means we are selecting the 2 points in the graph with corresponding time, and these graph that is known as time concentration graph. What is this one? Time concentration graph. So in time concentration graph, one point we have selected, that is the initial point that represents the initial concentration, and this point at 20 minutes represents the final time and final concentration. So now you can build the value. Now this is equal to, what is the x2 now? x2 is 0.06, x1 is 0.10. Now divided by 20 by 10 minutes. 20 by 10 minutes, and this sign must be minus, because minus sign always represents the decrease in the concentration of reactant. Since this is our rate of reaction average for the reactant, that is why here minus sign should be there, minus. And always remember, if you will not put here minus sign, then your rate of reaction will be in negative, and the rate of reaction never be found in negative. It is always in positive. So here putting minus sign is must. So in this way we can calculate the average rate of reaction. So average rate of reaction is nothing but a difference between two concentration and two time. Now if we subtract 0.06 minus 0.10, so this value would be in negative, and since it is the rate of reaction for the reactant, that is why already minus sign is there. So that is the importance of minus sign. Now this negative and this negative, they will become positive. So rate of reaction will be always in positive only. So ultimately you will get this answer, that is 0.04 mole liter inverse minute inverse. Now calculation of instantaneous rate of reaction in terms of reactant. What is there? In terms of reactant. Why I am specifying the reactant? Because the graph of reactant and product is different. So I have plotted here reactant graph only. For the calculation of instantaneous rate of of reaction, you have to draw one tangent. Now suppose this point I have selected. This tangent is represented by P. Now this tangent is with reference to or with respect to the time 20 minutes. Now extend this line in this side also and this side also. Now we have already extended this line this side also and this side also. Now this and this. So this point is corresponding to O. This is A and this is B. Stop. Once again I am telling you, first you have to draw one tangent here and extend this line in this side also, that is corresponding at this concentration 0.12. You can take this point A also, you can take this point B, this is up to you. Now this should also be extended this side, this is B. Now here this line should be joined and this line should also be. So now tangent equal to OA by OB. So now this tangent is only rate of reaction. This tangent equal to OA concentration is 0.12 and what is OB, that is near about 40 minutes. This is 40 minutes. This is mole liter inverse. Now this tan theta is only instantaneous rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is equal to this much. So just try to understand here. Basically here you have to calculate the slope, and since this graph belongs to the reactant, so here you will get the slope. That slope will be in the minus. So just try to understand. Again we can say here this is equal to D, here R divided by dt. Since this is for the reactant, R instantaneous. This is for the reactant, that is why minus sign should be here. Now you can write like that also, R instantaneous equal to dx by dt, that is equal to slope. This slope is only rate of reaction. And if you are calculating this one, so if you calculate this one 0.1 mole liter inverse divided by 40, so you will get this one 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 mole liter inverse minute inverse. Slope is only rate of reaction. So in instantaneous rate of reaction, you have to calculate the slope. Now calculation of rate of reaction in terms of product. So as you know, the graph of reactant and product is different. So in terms of reactant, I have already covered how to calculate the average rate, how to calculate the instantaneous rate. Now this is the graph of product. This side what is there? Time in minute. This side what is there? Concentration of product in mole liter inverse. This is there. So now just see, the product graph is like that. With the passage of time, what is there? The concentration of product increases. Now suppose I want to calculate the average rate of reaction in terms of product graph. Then how you will calculate? So just see, ultimately average rate of reaction is like that. So rate, that is average, you will calculate this P divided by delta T. Now this is equal to P2 minus P1 divided by P2 minus T1. P2 minus P1 divided by P2 minus T1. Now try to understand. We have to select here two concentration. So we know that with the with the passes of time or with the increase of time, the concentration of product is increasing. So now suppose one point I have selected here, this one. So now this time what is there? This point, this will be the final concentration, and this is the initial concentration. Means this will be the P1, this will be the P2, because with the increase of time, with the passes of time, the concentration of product increases. So this is the P1, this is the P2. What is the concentration here? The concentration P1 is 0.04 mole liter inverse, P2 that is 0.06. So the R average equal to what is there? This is equal to 0.06 minus 0.04 divided by, just this point is at 20, this point is at 10 minutes. So what is here? This is 20 minus 10. Stop. So now concentration difference is that much. Concentration difference is that much. Here P2, here P1. So P2 minus P1, and now here what is there? This is delta T, means difference between two time. That is final time is 20, initial time is 10, and this one is P2 delta P. P2 minus P1 delta P, difference in two concentration. So P2 is 0.06, this is 0.04 divided by 20 minus 10 minute. This is in minute, this is in mole liter inverse. So if you will calculate, so you will get here 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 mole liter inverse minute inverse. So now average rate of reaction is now 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 mole liter inverse minute inverse. So this is average rate of reaction. Now in the same graph I can give the instantaneous rate of reaction also. Method is same. Just try to understand. You have to select one point here, that is tangent. Okay. Now you have selected the tangent. Now extend this line this side also and this side also. Now this dotted line, this side what should be there? Dotted line. Now this is point P. At point P you have drawn the tangent. Now this line is A, this line is O, this line is B. So tangent equal to OA by OB. Now this is equal to slope, and this slope is only rate of instantaneous rate. Stop. Yes. So once again I am telling you to calculate the tangent. What is here? OA by OB. This is equal to slope, and this slope is only rate of instantaneous rate of reaction. You can write in this way also. D. Yes. Now what is this one? P, because it is in terms of product, divided by dP. Yes, we can write in this way. This is also R instantaneous, means instantaneous rate of reaction. Dear cadets, now today I have taught you two major things. This method of expression of rate of reaction, that is average rate and instantaneous rate. Then experimental calculation of rate of reaction. So now this was given in terms of graph. So first I have drawn the graph for the reactant, then I have drawn the graph for the product. So with the help of these graphs, I have told you how to calculate the rate of reaction, hoping that you have got this one. Now in NCERT, 2 exercises are given. NCERT books, 2 exercises are given. These 2 exercises, with the help of this one, average rate of reaction and instantaneous rate of reaction, very easily you can calculate. Remember, if you know the method of representation of any reaction, very easily you can calculate. Thank you. Now next time onwards, I will teach you factors affecting the rate of reaction. Do the homework, especially NCERT exercise. Do.